Okay, in today's video, I'm going to talk about how we scaled the brand Brima to all the way from zero, basically literally just starting out, to 10K months in 3 months, okay?
Hello, my name is Brima. I'm the founder of Brima Athleisure Headwear. I wanted to share a little bit about my journey and the impact I've had working with Daniel. In just 3 months, we saw a 20% increase in our revenue through email marketing and a ROAS of 3 to 5 on our ads through Meta. As an owner, just having Daniel manage our email and our ad campaigns has been pretty immense. It's been valuable in allowing me to focus on product development and improving our customer experience. So, if you're in the early stages of building your business, I highly recommend Daniel as a resource. His expertise and dedication can really make a significant impact in the growth of your business.
So, before, new brand only had a couple sales in from friends and family, no plans to actually run ads or actually didn't have any brand infrastructure just because of how new it actually was. Was just looking around, I guess, for some direction mostly. Number three, no creative system. Was just hoping to get some nice snapshots of product, right? Obviously, after hit 10K gross rev in the third month of actually running the brand, we had a clear ad system, able to do it again and scale the next month. Again, that is the whole point of this. We just don't want to scale to 10K a month and then drop down straight after. And number three, most importantly, I think this is the most important factor. The owner had clear vision on what he needed to do to actually scale. Our systems were in place, as he knew the vehicles that's actually scaled him to 10K a month can also take him to 50K a month and 100K a month plus. So I'm actually going to go down the exact infrastructures and systems we've applied to sort of help your brand as well specifically. First things first, this may sound cliche, but it's the truth. You gotta clearly identify a market even before we have a product. You first of all need to see the vision before it happens. Okay, let me explain a bit more on this. We can't be in the position where if you want to scale a brand fast as we can, we can't be in the position where we don't have a niche, okay, and we don't have a product idea that can actually provide value to the niche. Because again, even though it is clothing, we need to provide some sort of value to the actual niche to, number one, scale as fast as we did, and number two, to make any sales and stand out from the rest of the competitors. Again, everybody owns a clothing brand these days, okay? So it's very important to establish that from early on, okay? Number two is to actually identify a singular product in the market that solves a unique problem within your niche, okay? Especially in a very competitive niche, we need to find ways we can angle ourselves differently through the product, okay? We need to find this stuff, okay, before we develop anything, okay? After that, obviously we have developed this when the brand was first starting out. That's why if a brand has lots of data and lots of research and number three, more experience in a niche, they're able, as a brand owner, they're able to create products that obviously number one, you're dealing with because you are in the niche. So the owner is actually able to develop products that are, that can actually solve a real problem, right? Which is the stuff we want. Again, solving a problem in the niche doesn't really require, a functional problem. It can be psychological, it could be emotional. It just depends on what actual niche you choose, okay? We'll get into this, okay? Third is we develop specific raw creatives, okay, not ad creatives, nothing like that, that help present the solution in the market, especially in the ad space, so we can reuse these to make specific ads, okay? This is very important, okay? Main goal here was to actually develop creatives that build hype, and number two, shows the functionality in a visual way. And the reason we use functionality is because his product actually solved a functionality issue. He, as a brand owner for Brima, right? He solved a functional issue in the niche, right? He used a product, developed a problem while using the other competitor's product, made his own, right? So that's why we're able to show the functionality in different ways, specifically for this brand, okay? What I mean by raw creatives are basically creatives where we can distribute it into the website organic, again, high quality creatives that's, again, beneficial to our brand specifically, okay? So these are some examples of the raw creatives we actually developed in terms of, again, these aren't just random creatives, these are strategically placed creatives. Number one, lifestyle shots. Number two, e-com shots. Okay, number three, product USP demonstration, right? Qualities we focus on, high quality. Every single raw credit we distributed and made is high quality. Number two, we build hype by showing active solutions. Okay, this is one of them. We had videos as well. Okay. Number three, creatives we can post to build further trust within the market. Okay, if you see this professionalism around the page and the website, we're going to build more trust compared to a brand who just has AI, who I guess the quality isn't up to par. It's quite clear. Quality of the creatives, especially when it comes to the raw creatives, is going to be super important, and you can leverage that as you scale. Okay. Obviously, that's not end all be all, okay? Raw creatives. The main point of raw creatives is for distribution, okay? We distributed this for the ads as well. So we use these creatives to make creatives specifically for ads, and we split the brand creatives within the ad creatives and ad verticals, okay? At the time, we combined pre-existing data from me on what creative style was actually working in the niche and other I guess e-com brands and fashion brands, with the right creative structure vertical to create those winning ads. Okay, so even before we tested the ads, we knew what's going to work the best, so we don't just go in there with a random eyeball. That's the main principle of actually creating an ad, right? Especially for small branders, when they come in and they don't have a big ad budget, we need to do the market research properly, especially if you're in the position to run the ads. Okay, this is super important. So these are the ads, some of the ad creatives we specifically made. Again, these aren't just random creatives. These are chosen creatives that we've specifically made for this brand. All right, that's proven to work and had the best chance to work when we're first starting out. This is how we're able to scale so fast. Okay, so rather than videos, we focus on developing the static ad. So let me explain. For this brand specifically, okay, especially for other brands as well, it's so easy to scale through static ads once we're scaling to 10K a month. Obviously, video variables is going to have, I guess videos are better general in terms of click-through rate and overall purchase as well. But the reason we go through static ads mostly is number one, it's easy variable control, especially for smaller brands where they don't have our data, they don't have many product database, meaning they actually don't have a developed winning product before they start running ads. It's just easy to control the variable because these type of posts we made in Photoshop and Canva, it's so easy to produce and we can replace it. For example, if this red hat didn't work, but this, and we found that this style worked, that means we literally in under a minute, we can just replace this red cat with a blue one. And that's another creative variable, right? So the variable control is very, very easy to actually control because, for example, if we're actually advertising this product, right, and we found out through the ad data that this red cap isn't just working and isn't a popular color overall, like logistically, we want to distribute our ad budget to where a product has a better chance of working organically first. So for example, if it's a blue cap, but the problem is, if we started making ads on, especially on videos around this red cap, it is so hard to remake it for the blue one, as in terms of the actual, I guess, volume as well. Because the time to make this, I can make 20 of these different variations in 2 minutes, right? Whilst video is going to take months, right? And again, it's fast overall, right? Again, months, and video is going to take time as well. And most importantly as well, when we're changing the variable, it's so hard to do, right? Just because the influencer or even you're the one that's actually making the video. We need to reshoot it, re-edit it, all that stuff, which we just don't have time if we want to scale at this pace, right? So that's the reason why for smaller brands, especially for this one here, we focus on developing static ads. And by all means, I'm not saying don't do video ads, but when you're first starting, this factor is what I like more than videos, okay? Obviously, as we grow, we're going to have to distribute and develop videos, right? UGC content, high quality commercial videos, stuff like that. But I'm just talking about this situation here, okay? So obviously, after we've actually developed our ad creatives, okay, especially the pick chosen one, okay, we structured our ad system where we can actually slowly scale since we did not have a big budget to start off with, okay? This is super important when you actually set out your campaigns to actually structure it in a way where, number one, you're not just copying the structure as Nike or, you know, these bigger brands, right? Because there's no point. They're spending millions a day on ads, right? Whereas right now, I think at the start, we spent around $15 a day to start off with, okay? we also worked out the unit economics before we start running ads, right? So we worked out the break-even return of ad spend was 1.4, and we worked out the target ROAS for scaling was 3, meaning if we hit this number when we're running ads, right, we were breaking even, right? If we go 1.5, we were actually profiting, okay? But we at scale, especially the margins, especially when we acquire more capital to invest in the ads, especially when we hit the 3K, 4K, most likely our cost per acquisition is going to go up at a small rate, right? So we chose the target ROAS to be 3x when scaling to 10K a month, right? Meaning we will need to at least spend 3.3K on ads alone to make 10K in gross revenue, okay? Simple logistics, okay? Cool. Going back to this point as well, okay, we want to build an ad system where we can slowly scale, okay? Most important stage at you, with your smaller brand is to test. Testing never ends, okay? There's no testing phase, there's no bottom of funnel testing phase. We're going to test even if we're at 100K a month, right? But we want to test it the right way, okay? I have videos on this as well. If you need questions, just give me a message on Instagram, okay? I can help you with that, okay? From here, we were actually in the position where we built up a strong organic community even before we started running ads, okay? Because we had these infrastructure set up. The reason why this is really important is because it makes these stuff very easy in terms of actually achieving these numbers, okay? Because if you already have some community built up, if you already had some hype built up, then running ads is going to be more easy because Facebook can target more people and they know through your Instagram API. It's simple as that, okay? So 3 things. High quality creatives posted on our Instagram. It built trust, okay, within the market, and it built hype with our product as it was a new solution to the market that not many people have seen in the niche, okay? So it was 2 things, new product and new solution, which is very powerful, okay, and how you position. So most of the stuff I would say in terms of that actually makes it successful. This actually scaling to 10K a month obviously had a huge impact, right? I would probably say 20%. But in terms of the background research, creative development, and the actual product itself, that's the 80% of the stuff that actually help grow the brand fast, okay? That's what's going to separate you, okay? This is a problem with agencies as well, right? We can't run agencies on a brand that doesn't have the right stuff, functional stuff, right? Number 2 was ad creatives ready and plan ready even before we start running out. The preparation and the plan going into it, okay? We don't want to be in the position where we waste dollars, okay? Number 3, we had people DM about a product with curiosity, meaning there was demand for a product, okay? Cool. So sort of going back into my old point, if we have people already interested to buy even before the product shop due to credit positioning, product angle in the market, it will be 10 times easier to actually run the ads, okay? For Meta, all we had to do was set up 2 things. Number 1, a testing system where we can always test new creative style. Okay, testing is literally 24/7. You always want to have a testing budget. And specifically for this brand, we had a 20% testing budget and an 80% marketing budget goes straight towards the winning product, the winning creatives. That's how we distribute it, okay? And number 2, a sales system, knowing the creative angle and that there is demand for the product. Again, we push the 80% of our budget into the product to scale, okay? We did go into a lot of issues with stock. Obviously, ROAS 2.5, again, 2.5 to 3x was our target ROAS. And obviously, when stock is fixed, it's definitely a good problem to have, okay? ROAS, currently averaging 3.5 to 4, spent 821 to make 3K USD, right? Always looking to improve, okay? So I hope this helped you guys a little bit understand the process.